Genuinely, this is like the third time of me trying to record this. I can just feel like it's gonna be one of those days. I didn't switch the sound on. I didn't like set up the camera properly. All of the focus was off. It was cutting off my head. Today is just gonna be a struggle. I can just feel it. Today, we are gonna try and get through the top 10 summer fragrances in my collection. Let's take a deep breath, guys, and let's just do this. Woo! What's happening, guys? It is Matt here from Sophisticated Obsession, back with another fragrance video. That was a rough start. So today, I'm going to be taking you through 10 fragrances that I am going to be wearing this summer, or that I have been wearing, as it kind of is like halfway through summer already. And that's depressing because looking outside at the moment, it's overcast and raining. Well, actually, it does that all the time. But still, it's depressing. So it has been, like, I want to say years since I did a summer review. Yeah, 2018 was the last time I did a summer list. What? So I thought today we need to rectify that problem. So before I get into this list, these are fragrances that I absolutely love in the warm weather. So whether it be in the summer, or I'm going on holiday, or just generally I want to then have like quite a clean or fresh vibe, I will probably gravitate to these fragrances the most. Now, what I've also done is I've really tried to be strict with myself, because I do have a couple of fragrance brands that I love. So I could have quite easily made a fragrance list only using like one or two brands, but I have tried to keep it as diverse as possible. Also, wow, I don't quite know what that was. Just bear with me while I process through puberty. Also, this is a mix between designer fragrances and niche fragrances, so you will find that there are quite a few different price ranges in this list as well. Right. Enough of that, let's get to it. So starting off this list, I do have 3 honourable mentions, but each I do feel has a valid reason of why I have at least mentioned them. This first fragrance doesn't actually belong to me, it belongs to Rach. I absolutely love this fragrance, and it was actually me that introduced Rach to this fragrance, and then she went and nabbed it. So this is from the very popular brand Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt. I would say that this is a unisex scent, but it does teeter more onto the effeminate side. This just kind of conjures up a lot of memories of when I went to then visit family down in Devon. I love these sea salt aquatic notes. It's a little bit like taking a walk along like the Cornish coastside. Overall, a beautiful scent, but I can't really put a fragrance in my top 10 list when I don't actually own it. So that is Wood Sage and Sea Salt by Jo Malone. Next honourable mention is one that I feel is more of a layering piece. I really enjoy this scent, but I think it is just far too simple for my tastes. This is from Eccentric Molecules, and this is Molecule 01. Now, this is the travel size of Molecule 01, and it does actually come in this little like protective case, which is really cool. This is a classic cedar smell, but that's it. There isn't anything else here because it is just made up of the molecule Isoe Super. It's quite musky, but it is predominantly just very woodsy. What I do with this fragrance is I actually layer it with another fragrance that I want to then sort of elongate the longevity of. So this is definitely a good layering piece, but it is not one that I would then just go out and wear on its own. So that is from Eccentric Molecules, that is Molecule 01. Finally, we come to a bit of a shocker, and this is purely because I feel like this is a good all-rounder, but I personally just don't think that it is a predominantly summer fragrance. I think that this is kind of like a jack of all trades. So this is the very, very popular Dior Sauvage. I know that quite a few people probably will switch off from there. I know. The only reason is that I like that sort of cool metallic ambroxan smell, but I think it is just way too spicy to be an all-out summer fragrance. I think that this is a great fragrance if maybe you want to have just one or two in your collection. Another problem is that this is just way too overused now, and I'm just a bit bored of it. So it is purely for those reasons why I think it shouldn't be in my top 10 list. So that is the honourable mention, Dior Sauvage. Okay, let's get into the list. So at number 10. This one, again, isn't an all-out summer fragrance, but I personally wear it a lot in the summer because it is very inoffensive, but it is very interesting. This is from Le Labo. It is another 13. This scent is so musky, but it is so interesting. This also sits on the skin, but it doesn't feel enormous. Yet, the interesting thing is, loads of people pick up on it. I would say if I was gonna do like my own biggest compliment getters, this would get into the top 5, I would say. Probably even higher than that. I get a ridiculous amount of compliments from this. Now, as I said before, this isn't an all-out summer fragrance. It isn't citrusy, and I wouldn't say that it is overly fresh, but it just is very comforting, alluring, and it is perfectly inoffensive for those really hot days. So that is Le Labo's another 13 at number 10. Number 9. Number 9 goes to probably my go-to fragrance for work. I just think that it has quite a nice formal appeal. So this is from the brand Chanel. It is Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. I prefer the Eau de Parfum version rather than the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Parfum, I think, has more of a deeper, rich wood note. The Eau de Toilette has a little bit more of a sharper quality. This still does have the lovely notes of like ginger and grapefruit, so that has like quite a spicy yet citrusy quality going on. Overall, I think that this is a beautiful scent. This is perfect when the heat starts to rise. It's perfect for work time because it's got sort of that formal edge, and it's great for the evening because it has got some of those sort of depthy wood notes to make it really sort of sexy and alluring. An absolutely beautiful scent. So this is Bleu de Chanel by Chanel at number 9. Next up, number 8. This one I've actually got a tie, and the only reason is because I think that they do very similar jobs. Both of these scents are very fresh, but the main difference is the price. One of these scents is a niche scent and one is a designer scent. First of all, we go to my preferred one, which is the niche scent. This is by Kilian and it is Vodka on the Rocks. This, by and large, is a classic freshie. It's quite woodsy, it's very masculine. If Christian Grey was to wear a fragrance, he'd probably wear this. It smells a little bit obnoxious. I really enjoy that sort of ethanol type of smell, which is where they've obviously got the name from, Vodka on the Rocks. It does have a very distinctive smell, like vodka being poured over some ice cubes. This has a very metallic smell, a little bit like you're sucking on a penny. Not that I would eat money very often because it would taste a bit too rich. I'll show myself out. Dad jokes aside, let's move on to the designer scent. Now, the designer version of this is one that I have loved for absolutely years. So this is from Mont Blanc. This is Mont Blanc Legend. Considering that this is an eau de toilette, this lasts probably as long as Vodka on the Rocks, which is an eau de parfum. Also, this is ridiculously cheap compared to Vodka on the Rocks. Again, this is a classic freshie, but the difference is that this is a lot more woodsy and a lot more creamy, whereas I think that Vodka on the Rocks has a little bit more of that metallic, bitter smell. So there we have it. That is Vodka on the Rocks by Kilian and Legend by Mont Blanc at number 8. 7. If you don't watch Strictly Come Dancing, that would have gone way over your head. So next up, this one has featured in quite a few of my lists. I've done a fragrance review of this. So this is from the House of Chanel. This is Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. I still love this scent. I still like those citrusy, minty notes going over the top. I kind of feel that this would work as a summer evening scent. I love that creamy tonka, which has got like a little bit of spiciness coming through. This has stood the test of time and for good reason. So that is Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme at number 7. Numero 6? Is it 6? If there's one thing that I'm not, it's bilingual. You're talking to a guy that failed GCSE French. This is just an all-out beautiful scent that is probably always going to be in my top 10 summer fragrances because I just love it so much. So this is from, yet again, the House of Le Labo, and this is Bergamot 22. Bergamot 22 is probably the most accessible fragrance from the Le Labo range. Probably the best way I think that I could describe it is that this is like a lemon tree that has been blended. You have got the lemon from the bergamot, you have got the lemon rind, you have got some lovely green notes coming from the lemon tree leaf, and also the lovely wood notes coming underneath from the lemon tree bark. This scent is great if you want to smell fresh and invigorated on the hottest of days. So that is Bergamot 22 at number 6. Number 5, we're halfway through. This one I think is quite an interesting one, but I like the artistry behind it. So this is from the brand By Kilian, and this is Love the Way You Taste. This is a very easy fragrance to describe. It's a mojito. It's very minty, it's kind of watery, it's got like a little bit of booziness in the background, and also kind of smells a little bit cucumbery. It is an absolutely fantastic scent for the hottest of days. The problem to this is I think that this might be discontinued. I know that this was a limited edition fragrance, and I have a feeling that this might have stopped production now. An absolutely brilliant artistic scent, plus the bottle looks amazing. That is Love the Way You Taste by Kilian at number 5. Number 4. This next one I have waited ages to really get the wear out of. Rach actually got me this scent for Christmas, and I was like, oh my god, I love it so much, but it just wasn't a winter scent, so I couldn't really wear it that much. So this is from the House of Byredo. This is Pulp. This is my first ever Byredo and definitely will not be my last. This pretty much does exactly what it says on the tin. This is like a load of very ripe fruit getting blended into a smoothie. It's got some lovely fig notes which give it like a real sort of rich depth. It's got some lovely citrusy notes coming through here. But what I really like, which I think sets this fragrance apart from maybe other sweet fragrances that do a similar thing, is this added note of mintiness on the top. I think with the added nuances of mint and citrus, that elevates this fragrance and allows this fragrance to become not only a nighttime scent, but also a day scent as well. So I am really, really pleased that they have included those notes in the top. So that is at number 4, Byredo's Pulp. If you are enjoying this fragrance list and you want to see some more, then please, please, please comment down below and also hit that subscribe button because it means so much and it really does help me out a lot. Okay, back to the fragrances. 3rd place at the bronze medal. This fragrance has kind of reinvigorated my love for the fragrance name. You'll understand what I mean in a moment. This one is one of the newest additions to this brand. This is Creed's Aventus Cologne. I absolutely love this scent. To kind of give more information to my rather cryptic introduction, I've kind of gone off Aventus. I think the reason being is that Aventus is just overdone now. It's overdone, it's oversprayed. Either everybody has got Aventus or everybody has got a dupe of Aventus. It's just a victim of its own success. Overall, I love the citrus elements to this that give off a very classic cologne smell, but it does have the good performance of an eau de parfum, which is what this is. The best way of describing this is if you combine Aventus with Acqua di Gio. I absolutely love this scent, and I'm just so pleased that this has reinvigorated my love for the original Aventus. So that is Creed Aventus Cologne at the 3rd spot. 2nd place, silver medal. This one is one of my most recent pickups, and I just cannot get enough of it. I've only had it probably about a month, and I've already used about a quarter of the bottle, but I just cannot help myself. I keep on spraying it. This is from the high street brand All Saints. This is Sunset Riot. I honestly cannot rave about this scent enough. The price point is an absolute steal. You can pick this up for under 40 quid. Also, this is an eau de parfum, and the performance to this is outstanding. It's jammy, it's very sweet, it's got some very slight salty accords in here. It smells so similar to Baccarat Rouge 540. I do think though that this has a little bit more of a masculine appeal. This has a little bit more of like a woodsy, sea salt type of vibe, whereas I think Baccarat Rouge has more of a floral aspect coming from that jasmine. Overall, guys, probably one of my favorite scents that I have got this year. That is Sunset Riot by All Saints at number 2. And finally, we come to the 1st position. Honestly, guys, if you've made it this far, well done, bravo. Give yourself a round of applause, have a cookie, do whatever it is that makes you feel good. This next scent is not going to be a shock to anybody that has previously watched my channel. This is definitely my favorite summertime scent ever, and this will not be knocked off the top spot until I find something that is truly biblical. This is from Creed. It is Virgin Island Water. Honestly, the memories and images that this conjures up is so vivid. This is just like sipping pina coladas on the beach. It's heavy on the coconut. It's got some lovely lime notes that adds a little bit of zestiness and a bit of zing to this fragrance. And it also adds a little bit of rum in here to then add a boozy undertone. This is my favorite summertime scent ever. So the winner of the 2020 summer edition, it is Virgin Island Water by Creed. There we go, guys. That is my list. I hope that you have enjoyed it, and I hope that you have found some fragrances that you've maybe not tried before. If you would like me to do some more list videos, comment down below and let me know what type of list you are after. As always, please hit us up on Instagram just to see what I'm getting up to on a day-to-day basis. And if you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button, because I am so close to 3,000 subscribers. And that is everything. Hope you have an amazing day, an amazing summer, and keep safe. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.